In Khartoum, the World Refugee Day ceremony was held at the National Museum of Sudan. The serene museum complex was transformed into a fairground with traditional music, exhibitions, and food and handicrafts from different countries. The setting was a microcosm of the United Nations. It was hard to tell which countries were represented, but certainly there were people from many places in the world. You could not tell who was a refugee and who was not. People from all walks of life mingled, enjoying the atmosphere that was infused with cultural sights, sounds, and smells from different countries. Who is a refugee? A refugee is a person who, owing to a well-founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group, or political opinion, is outside the country of his or her nationality, and is unable or unwilling, owing to such fear, to avail herself or himself of the protection of that country. On World Refugee Day, none of the difficulties that refugees face on a day-to-day basis were evident. Many of the people selling food and handicrafts were refugees. A group of women traveled nearly 800 kilometers from a refugee camp in eastern Sudan to sell their wares. Another group displayed placards to draw attention to the plight of refugees in mixed marriages. There were also artifacts on sale by Sudanese craftspeople, for you cannot separate refugees from the communities that host them. This year, the theme of World Refugee Day was Real People, Real Needs. There were speeches by various dignitaries. The speakers highlighted the unimaginable hardship and personal tragedy, the sacrificed ambitions that the majority of refugees endure. They spoke of the profound courage, compassion, and hope which serve as humble reminders of refugees' dignity and personal worth. A refugee woman from Eritrea told her story. Her husband is Ethiopian. Their children are virtually stateless, deprived of their nationality because of the policies of the parents' countries. This woman's story was moving, but it was young people like her children, refugees from Eritrea and Ethiopia, who carried the day. They performed a drama in which people were going about their business happily, when all of a sudden they were attacked by a group of armed young men. They fell to the ground as the fighters ran amok, shouting and shooting at everything that moved. It became quiet. Cautiously, the badly shaken group got up and set off on a long and difficult journey that took them many miles away from home. Eventually, they crossed the border into another country. In due course, they found help and were escorted to a refugee camp where they had to crowd into small shelters, bringing home the plight of millions of refugees throughout the world, and especially in Africa. They rose from the ground and carried placards depicting refugees' needs for protection, compassion, respect, clean water, proper nutrition, health care, decent homes, proper schooling, higher education, meaningful employment, and above all, opportunities for self-reliance. Real people, real needs.
I was holding self-confidence. Everybody should have self-confidence. Whatever there is a problem, there is persecutions, but self-confidence should be there, because if a person has self-confidence, can do everything and can overcome every difficulties that he may face. So self-confidence and health, education, and we have to dream also that tomorrow may be better.
ما هو في الواقع إنه إحنا اختلفنا بس في البلد، يعني واحدين إريتريين واحدين إثيوبيين واحدين سودانيين، لكن شنو يعني في عامة كده إحنا وطن واحد. يعني لو نبقى وطن واحد وإيمان واحد لهدف واحد، يعني أكيد كل حاجة هتتغير يعني توتال.